Hey guys, it's Riley. Week 2 of our 300,000 annual revenue challenge in 2026. It is, what's the day? It is January 14th, exactly 2 weeks in actually. We've had a bit of it's slow. You know, it's winter. There's not a whole lot going on. I talked last week about how we had no snow, but if you look outside, we've got snow now. We got about 8 to 9 inches last Thursday, I believe, and spent the whole day plowing again because it kept coming down, and that was awesome. A lot of income from that 24 hours there, and a bit of de-icing that came after that, and we've done a little bit of de-icing since then. But this week it has been not terribly busy. So I want to talk about what it is that we do when it's slow during the off season, when there's not a whole lot to do, when there's snow on the ground, when it's dumping down rain. We can't really plow, but we can't really do other work. So I'm going to show you what it is that we do during that time. Okay, so the software that we use, the CRM that we use, is Copilot CRM, soon to be Homework CRM. It come this March, I believe. We love this software. We hopped on early on when they started making it. There was a little bit of a rough period in the beginning. They call it bug hell, where there was like bugs everywhere. It was like just everything was glitching out. We stuck through that, and it's just an amazing software. We love it. Everything from the emails to the text to the automations, the routing, the new Field Force mobile app for our crew. We love it. It's amazing. Now, previously, we used Jobber. No shade to Jobber. I love Jobber. I just wanted to give Copilot a try when they first were starting out. But previously, when we used Jobber, we used to use MailChimp. I couldn't remember what it was called. MailChimp to send out mass emails to all of our customers. And it was a pain because we had to, import from Jobber our customers over to MailChimp, blah, 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 back and forth. And it was just two different softwares, two different things to keep track of. Whereas Copilot, we can do all of that plus text, which I really prefer, right here in-house in the software. I don't have to bounce back and forth. It's got my entire client base on it. So once a week, we send out a text blast. I call it Tuesday Text Blast. It's Wednesday because I didn't do it yesterday. So we're going to send our Tuesday Text Blast on Wednesday, and I'm going to show you how it is that we do that. Okay, so we're going to go, first off, we're going to consult with my best friend here, ChatGPT. Just kidding. But I do use ChatGPT all the time, and it's a phenomenal tool. If you pay for the subscription and you actually create an account, cool thing is it remembers specific things in more detail than just the basic one does. And so I can just tell it, hey, text blast for this service, and it will remember, like, I've done this many times before. It'll throw our company name, our number, blah, 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 all this stuff on there, kind of the way that I like it on there. And so I do this. Currently, what we're going to be advertising for is we've got about a week before it snows again. And this is not a good example, this area, because we're in a really shaded spot, but a lot of the snow has actually all melted. So we've got a lot of leaves and needles and things that are exposed again. So we're going to advertise for that as kind of an urgency. Hey, before it snows again, get in for this. So I'm going to type in with my amazing non-traditional typing skills, text blast for last minute fall cleanup before it snows again next week. No M dashes or bold, please. Use a few emojis. Emojis make it look cool. Snow's in the forecast next week. Now is the window to get limited spots available. I like that one. Adds urgency and doesn't scream demand. So we're going to go back over here to Copilot. All of our customers, we add a tag to each of them right when they come on, called text list. That way, if someone says stop, which inevitably 2 or 3 people on our 300-person text list say stop every single week, we're continuing to add to it, so it gets, we move forward further than we move backwards. But that way, I can just take that tag off of their profile, and it's not a big deal. So, there we go. Here's our text list right there. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over here, select all. I'm going to do send text message. It's going to give me the option. Is it all the pages or just the first page? Do all of it. You have to select a template. I don't know why. I wish I could just write something. So I just select a random template that we did. Then I do that. And then I copy paste the whole thing here. Snow's in the forecast for next week. Now is the window to get fall cleanup fall cleanup. Ooh, that's bad. Your fall cleanup handled. Leaves and debris. And final tidy ups available. Limited spots available. Limit spots left. Text back yes. That was rough to read. That was real rough to read. I did graduate. I promise. I always add at the end the Tenny, lawn, and landscape team. There we go. So, then, typo check. No typos. Cool. Send message. This little bar goes down here. It usually takes a minute. It sends about 15 to 20 at a time every 30 seconds. Then it sends it again. And it sends it again. And then it sends more. And so all of these will probably be sent out in the next 10 minutes or so. And I'll slowly... There we go. Now it's working through all of them. And now for the next few minutes, I'll just randomly be getting text messages back through the software here, which is super nice that I have a whole area for receiving text and sending text on the software. So that's one of the ways that we try and stay busy and consistent during the off season. And it's usually just a job here or there, but it's something to keep us going. Okay, so the next thing that we often do during the winter here, it's not snowing, but we don't there's not really a huge push for fall cleanups because most people at this point are kind of thinking they'll just wait till spring. Now, the text blast before was to try and be like, hey, you don't have to. We have a little opening here. It's always better to, do it sooner than later because we're going to get that leaf rot. Your grass is going to get, it's going to turn to crap. But another way that we try and get work is that we try and cold call for businesses for snow plowing and salting. It's not snowing, so how do we actually work if it's not snowing and make money? Because the whole idea here is to continue to keep cash flow coming in. Well, highlight on de-icer and salt. And so, because we're doing that all the time still. We're doing that every other day. I mean, currently it's 38 degrees. It's a little warm right now. But, it gets 25, 20 degrees at night. And then, come next week, we're getting down to, 10, 15, 16 degrees. Sometimes we even get into the negatives here in Idaho. But we haven't had that for a little while. It's been getting warmer and warmer here. But the cool thing is that the places that we're going to, be servicing, these are all businesses. They're not really, we do some residential, but we really don't highlight in residential. They're businesses. And the cool thing, being a B2B, a business-to-business organization, is that these places have their phone numbers online. So what I do is I just hop onto Google Maps. You can see this is our city here. This is Hayden. And I'm just going to hop on to, let's see, this here is an industrial park. We do a few places over here. Tires and Traction. I've never called them before. It appears that they are open. So we're going to give them a call real fast. And just a cold call. That's all it is. And what I do when I'm cold calling people, I try not to be ultra salesy. I try not to be Jordan Belfort here. I'm just trying to be, straightforward and just pose an issue and just say, hey, we all know that snow and ice is an issue here. And I don't know if it's an issue, but it's something that we have to solve, and a problem that has to have a solution and answer. And I pose my question simply as, what is your solution? And if they don't have one, I just say, hey, can we help you find one? We're a snow and ice management company. I'd love to get you guys a quote. So I'm going to do that now.
Tires and Traction, this is Alex. I can help you.
Hey, Alex. Hey, my name is Riley. We've got a local landscape business here in Hayden. I was curious if you guys had someone in contract to take care of your snow and ice.
We do it ourselves, actually.
You do it? Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hey, we're a local company.
Thank you,
If you
though.
guys ever have an issue with your machine or anything like that, give us a call. We'd love to come over and get
Okay.
you guys
Absolutely.
squared away. So, awesome. What'd you say your name was?
Alex?
Alex. Awesome. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem.
All right. Bye. So that's the thing about a lot of places here is a lot of people just keep like a four-wheeler or a side-by-side on their, if it's a small lot or a business or like a mom and pop type shop, and they just take care of it themselves. That's really common. We see that a lot. And for some of these places, maybe not a tire shop, but if it's a construction company, they probably have a skid steer and they just use the bucket and push things around. So I'll probably do more of that later. I just want to kind of show you guys what one of my calls looked like and what we do for that. Okay, so someone just texted my personal phone because we sent out that text blast, and they were in a spot that was kind of shaded, kind of like this area, and so they actually booked a fall cleanup with us. But I told them, I was like, I don't really know. It's like, I'll give you the quote. I don't really know if we're going to be able to get you in though, because snow is coming, but we're going to do our best. We weren't able to. I told her, I was like, hey, super sorry. Snow's coming tomorrow, and we're just not able to make it over there today. We've got this other job that's taking too long. So she actually texted me and said, hey, all the snow in my backyard is finally melted now. Do you guys want to swing by? So that's probably something we're going to end up doing tomorrow, which is going to be great. But that being said, because a lot of snow here in Hayden is melting, we're going to take advantage of that time. We're going to come over here to Business Suite, Meta Business Suite, and open up our Ads Manager. Currently, we are running just like $30 a day a snow removal ad, and I'll show you the ad here in a second. Come on, load. Ads Manager always takes forever to open up. It's a confusing software if you don't know how to use it, and it took me a really long time to figure it out, and I still don't even use it to the what am I trying to say? I still don't even use it to the max of its ability. But lots of YouTube videos later and talking with other marketers and stuff like that, finally kind of able to use it. So we've got a fall cleanup ad that we ran all season. We probably dumped $3,500 into it, made about $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. I gotta look at the exact numbers of it, of what came from the ad specifically, not just from our other customers. And it was a really great, solid ad, did really well, converted well. So we're just going to hop back in here and we're going to turn that back on from today until, I'll say, probably Sunday, because it's going to snow on Wednesday. And if we can get 3 or 4, maybe even just 2 or 3 fall cleanups, I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. It's loading. I might not get to show you guys exactly what it is because it's taken so long. But yeah, we're just going to turn that back on. And yeah, it technically is advertising for a fall cleanup, and it's totally winter. I think people get the idea, though. Okay, so here's the awesome thing about sending out messages to all your clients. If you're advertising for one thing, they might not even, like... We talked briefly with this one client about lawn mowing, and she actually just texted us back. It was like, hey, we already did a fall cleanup for her, but she's like, hey, does your quote for lawn mowing include edging? Also, we'd love a price to prune the 2 apple trees and the pear tree in the backyard come the spring. That's not money right now, but that's stuff we can get on the schedule and get planned out so that when March hits, we're hitting the ground running. Like, we are moving, we're ready, we are going. And so never ignore this kind of stuff because it's not money right now. Like, in a month or two, you're going to wish that you actually reached back out to these people and planned these things. So we're really big on getting all these things planned out. We do a lot of advertising for mowing and, making sure that everyone's still up for this year. So that's good. And then, we got this other person here who immediately just said, stop, all uppercase, which happens. So we're just going to go in and just take the tag off of her profile. So on the topic of planning ahead for the season, even if we need money now, like we always try not to get so absorbed with our head down looking at just like what we need right now that we kind of forget to plan out what we need ahead of time in the future. So we're doing a lot of planning for marketing and figuring out exactly the neighborhoods that we're going to send postcards, that we're going to do door hangers, that we're going to target meta ads at. And so a lot of that, like, we're getting our postcards and stuff designed for what we're going to send out. So we've got 5,000 of these that we're going to order probably in the next couple weeks. And then these are going to be EDDM, every door direct mailing, sent through the post office. Great system. It's going to cost us about $900 to $1,000 to send all of them on this specific route. They're all going to be targeted within a 2-mile radius around our shop right here. So ultra highlighted, ultra concentrated to our area. And then what we'll do as well is then during those weekends, during those off slow days, we're going to start. Now, I got to say this. We're not going to start this until March. There's no use in postcarding for lawn mowing in January. It's not on anyone's mind. March it is. But we're making these plans now. Then we're going to take door hangers and we're going to hit all those same houses again that we postcarded a week or so later. During that whole time, we're going to be running meta ads targeted to those same areas. The idea here is not to boil the ocean. Like trying to boil the ocean is going to take years. But if we got just a small puddle, a concentrated area, we can boil that within a year. We can get that group of people familiar with us. Our name is commonly seen around town, trucks, whatever. I say trucks, we don't have branded trucks. We will be getting branded trucks though. Previously, we've been all over town. We've been all the way over in Post Falls, which is a little ways away, up in Rathdrum, way down downtown Coeur d'Alene, in Hayden here. And we've been so spread out that the time of driving back and forth, sending guys all the way over to state line to 30, 40 minutes away to go mow 3 lawns doesn't make any sense. So we're really trying, this year our goal is to centralize to be Hayden, Idaho's lawn care company. And so we're just trying to boil the puddle, not boil the ocean with that. On the topic of planning out things ahead, we need to hire someone for this year. And so I made a job listing yesterday to get to start getting some applications in. I made a job listing at 5:00 yesterday, and let's see, how many do we have? We have 23 applications. It is 9:55 in the morning right now. I did it last night. It's barely been 12 hours. It's been more than 12 hours, I guess. But we've continued, like every 20 minutes one comes in, it seems like. And so I just missed a call from one of them. I'm going to give him a call real fast. My thought is that with good workers, good employees, they're never ready to start tomorrow because they already have a job. Most good workers aren't unemployed. Most guys who are hard, responsible, good time managers don't have tons of free time. So my thought is, if I want them to start March 1st, I need to start looking and planning now, so that these guys can give plenty of notice at their other job. And a lot of the guys we get, they're like, wildland, a lot of wildland firefighters. We get a lot of those guys, construction guys. One guy here was worked for a lawn care company down in southern Idaho, and so one guy worked for a lawn care company over in Spokane. A lot of guys kind of in the industry or in a blue-collar, labor-intensive type industry. We had a guy apply who was like 90 years old, if I'm doing the math right, because he graduated high school. I don't remember when he graduated, but assuming he graduated when he was 18, he'd be like 90 years old. So I don't want to be like rude, but we're not going to hire that guy. So I'm not even going to call him. But missed a call from this guy. I think his name was Ray. So we're going to give him a call back right now. Do a quick little phone interview. Hey, is this Ray?
Yeah.
Hey, Ray, this is Riley with Tenny Lawn and Landscape.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good. Hey, so I missed your call.
Yeah, so I just wanted to check and find out to see, I had filled out the application or whatever, and then it had me do an in-person interview.
Yeah.
And it scheduled me for Saturday, the 17th.
Yes.
At 2:30.
Yes.
But I actually But
Okay.
then I went back and I went there to confirm it, and I actually have I'm in the North Idaho Pike Association, and we have our banquet on that day at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I was checking to find out to see if I could either set it up earlier or if I could do it a different day after that. But I definitely want to set up an in-person interview with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. I actually sent that time specifically for the interview. Let me see. Is there a better time that works for you? Oh, I see here that you listed a few better times.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much available anytime other than that Saturday. I mean, it could be earlier or whatever. I just have to. My banquet is at 2 o'clock, and it'll probably go to like 4 o'clock.
Okay, so the camera died on that phone call, so we weren't able to get the whole thing. The next thing that we're kind of working on right now is, like I said, just our marketing planning for everything before. But yeah, just trying to get a solid plan on who it is that's going to work for us right now. We currently have one truck, and so that's a little bit of a difficult place to be for what we're trying to do. What we are trying to do for this coming year is I'd like to have one dude who can work full time, who's a good hard worker, doesn't need me to be there and babysit him. And while he's working and I'm going out getting as many jobs as I freaking can, like loading the schedule like crazy. And I'm going to be working 2 to 3 days a week in the field, and then 2 to 3 days doing that kind of stuff. And so my goal right now is to have just single man crews. So we're trying to look for another truck right now. Trying to figure out, we don't have a ton of money to play with necessarily right now. We're trying to kind of preserve as much as we can for marketing, for kind of just keeping the business afloat during a slow season. It's hard for me to want to spend money during a slow season. But we're looking for a truck similar to this here. This is a 2003 GMC Sierra, Chevy Silverado, same thing. It's the Duramax. I'm not looking for a Duramax. I'm looking for like a 6.0, just a gasser, 3/4 ton gasser, single cab long bed. So we're trying to figure out what we're going to do for that in that regard there. So I'm on Marketplace pretty much every day trying to figure out good deals and stuff like that. I tinker with stuff, and so I'm okay to not buy a $30,000 truck. I'm cool to buy a $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 truck, and work on it a little bit. At least at this point in my business, there will be a point where I'm wanting to buy newer trucks, if not new trucks. But we're not there yet. We're not swimming in money. We don't have a ton to play with, and so I'm trying to get older, nicer things that are well maintained. So I'm looking for an older grandpa truck right now. So that's the other thing we're doing. So annual revenue for so far what we have made this year. Last year we were at like $725 or something like that. With the snow last year, we did some tree cleanup on that job that same day that we filmed last week. We are now at $4,975 in revenue so far, out of $300,000. So, not doing half bad. If we can get a few more good snow plows like that, like it's been a really weird year. That was just from like plowing 2 times and salting quite a bit. And I will say the tree cleanup, which was in the realm of $1,500. So take that out. But really like a time and a half of plowing that's what we made from that. And that's, if we can do that again and again and again, like every other day, like we used to in old school Idaho winters, we'd be making bank. But that hasn't been that hasn't been the winters for quite a few years right now. But we're crossing our fingers that this February or late January just dumps snow on us. So we'll film some snow plowing if we get it this week. But that's it for this week. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. If you guys want to follow us along, we'd really appreciate if you guys subscribed to this channel or followed us if you're watching on Instagram or TikTok right now. We appreciate the support and look forward to showing you guys the update next week.